What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here, another figure review. And today, never fear, All Might is here. That's right, the #1 hero from My Hero Academia is in the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi line. Let's get into it. As always, guys, before we take a look at the actual figures, take a look at the box. And we're here with our Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech box, which has so much artwork and stuff on it, so we're just going to take a look at that real quick. So first of all, you got the big window here where you see the figure. On the side, you got a picture of the figure here. Amazing Yamaguchi Figure Complex, powered by Revoltech. Number 19, sculpted by Yamaguchi. All Might at the bottom. You got the Kyoto logo at the bottom here. Some Japanese writing. My Hero Academia on this side. Look at the top here. You got a picture of All Might from the anime. Amazing Yamaguchi All Might. On the back here, on the side here, you have some different poses you can get the figure in, and other pictures of the figure here. On the back, shows a lot of the stuff that the figure comes with. The effects. You got a little cameo from little Deku right here. Another picture of the figure right here. Just really busy. More pictures of the figure at the bottom. You got that right there. I love that little picture right there they got of All Might punching out Deku. Some Japanese writing there, and there you have it right there. But first, I'm gonna open up the side so you guys can see the little art. I know that there has to be some kind of artwork. There usually is for the Amazing Yamaguchi, some kind of artwork inside of the box. So I'm gonna let you guys take a peek at that. Here's the art that's on the flaps. So there you have it. A lot of pictures from the anime. Alright, some more flaps right there. Hero. On the other side, it just says My Hero Academia at the top, and at the bottom you have another picture of All Might with some Japanese writing. And then you also get this like little insert here they like to give out, and these always look really cool. So this is All Might taking on One for All for One, I should say. I always mess that up. All for One. So there's All for One right there, and there is All Might, and they are just going at it, and that looks pretty cool. So there you have it. Here's everything that the figure comes with out of the box. Before we take a look at accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. And here he is, the symbol of peace, the #1 superhero, Toshinori Yagi, aka All Might. And finally, we get ourselves a import All Might. I mean, we got an All Might from the McFarlane Toys. But even though that figure looks actually okay, I wanted a super articulated All Might, and this guy was announced by Revoltech maybe a year or two ago, and we finally got it in hand. And if it was anything like the Amazing Yamaguchi Deku, this is going to be a great figure. And speaking of great figures, this is a lot of plastic, man. This is a big guy. He is huge. So when we get the size comparisons, you're going to see the difference of height when it comes to this guy and some other figures. Let's just get down to it, man. We're going to look at the sculpt. We're going to go sculpt, and this guy looks like he, just like Deku, like he just jumped straight out of the anime. So it's going to go in on his face here. So we're going to start off with looking at the aesthetics of the figure here. So here is the face that comes out of the package. This is classic All Might right here. The smiling face, the dark eyes. It looks good, man. They killed the hair sculpt. The hair sculpt looks great. I don't think there's any shading in there. I could be wrong. It could just be the shadows bouncing off of it. But the sculpt itself looks great, man. They even got the freaking lines and the eyebrows. They really killed the sculpt, man. That smile, those pearly whites showing. It looks good. So let me turn around here so you can see that. So that's how the side profile looks. Boom. There's the back. Obviously, there's some separation in plastic, but there's a reason for that, for articulation. But the sculpt itself looks really freaking good. The side profile, the front, all looks great for the head sculpt. So that looks amazing. And now Go down here, so come down to the chest part, and you see the bulging muscles, man. They really killed that. Now, obviously, some of the sculpt is broken up because of, you know, the articulation. This is Revoltech. They're more concerned about what you can do articulation wise. So, you know, some of the sculpt's going to look a little choppy, and that's kind of something that you have to, you know, give or take, because either you're going to have a great sculpt or not so great articulation, and I think this is a great medium for it, and you can make this guy look pretty good. So if you ignore those cuts and stuff, this guy looks pretty good. Now the chest is, I think the actual sculpt is molded in blue, and they put red and white paint over it, so there is going to be a little bit of bleeding here and there when it comes to the actual, you know, designs in the costume, the red and whites. But it doesn't look bad. It's not everywhere though. If you look, there's not a lot of bleeding throughout the suit. Most of it's pretty clean for the most part. But that looks good as well, man. They really did a really good job there. Check out the back. So you can see a little bit of the bleeding of the red going into the white. But not that big of a deal. But there's that. There's the back, and you got the sculpt work in there. You can see like little, where the, you know, little wrinkles and stuff where the costume is. There's always great details. And also, you know, you got out of the muscle, because All Might is a big guy, man. He's a muscular dude. Well, in this hero form. So there you go. There's your six pack. Guy's looking jacked. You come down here, you look at his belt. That's pretty clean as well, and it looks really, really good. It's a little bit of yellow coming off the edges there, but other than that, though, it looks pretty freaking good. So yeah, a lot of detail in that. Here's the back. Nice bright yellow. Got a little metallic silver here in the belt. Come down to the #1 butt. That's great. Turn around here. There's your details right here, and the tights. Also looking good. And there is sculpt work here. It isn't just painted. I mean, it's painted, but like there's actually sculpt in between this part and this part. So it's not just painted on. It's just actually sculpted, which is cool. So there you have it. Go down here. Look at the back. The calves looking pretty good. Come down to the boots, and the boots are nice as well. You got your nice yellow, red, and white under there, and there you go, man. All Might's like his design isn't too crazy, but they did a wonderful job with the sculpt work. This guy looks just like All Might, and the colors pop. And there's not, on mine, there's not that many QC issues that I can see. Everything looks, you know, on point. So I think it looks good, man. So let's move on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this review. We're talking about articulation. Alright guys, so let's pick them up. So, starting at the head here, it is a double ball peg. So you can get his head to move. I'm gonna try to move this without moving this. This is where most of the articulation for the neck is coming from. But you can spin his head around 360. That's how the double ball peg looks right there. So I just took that off so you can see that. And then hold on, put this back on real quick. There we go. Come down here. So the hair is articulated as well. Well, it's not really articulated, but it's a separate piece. It's a floating piece, so it doesn't get in the way when you're articulating. So if you move it up, you can move it up. It's gonna look good. And you move it back down. Just place it back down. So that little mullet piece will not be getting in your way. So you don't have to worry about that being the issue when you're articulating stuff. So yeah, you get your articulation here at the top of the neck, but most of it's going to be coming at the bottom, which I'm pretty sure is another double ball peg, and that gives you a lot of motion. So All Might can look all the way up. Your man can look down, touch his chest, even though that looks weird. Anything you need to do here, you're going to be able to do it. It's full rotation here in the neck area. So all your articulation that you need is right there. You have these weird Revoltech things here, Revoltech joints, which kind of move up and down. I never really been a fan of these. I don't really see the purpose of really having those, but they're on both sides here. And I guess if it's going to help you, I guess if you want to throw his arms back even further, you can. But I never like these. Like first of all, these are kind of really ugly and break up the sculpt, and I just don't see the real purpose of this. But this there, you have your double ball peg here in the shoulder, so you can get the shoulder up about that much, and then swivel it around like you want to. Boom. Hold on. There we go. And of course, there's no actual real butterfly joint, but with that ball peg is extended so much that you don't have to really worry about having to try to extend the arm across the chest, because it's going to do it, and it's going to look pretty good. Obviously, there's going to be some gapping in the back, but you know, that's something you have to, you know, just deal with. But it doesn't look that bad. And then there's no oh, this is I think this is a separate piece, but it's just glued on to the arm with the shoulders here. So there is no true bicep swivel. Once again, no bicep swivel here, but you're gonna, instead of this, you're gonna be using your articulation here at the elbow, which is a single jointed elbow, but it does way better than 90. So there you go. And like I said, you're going to be swiveling this around instead of an actual bicep swivel. But you know, there you go. And then you come down to the wrist. That's on the ball peg as well. And you know, extend that like that. You can go back that much. You can spin it around and all that stuff. So that's good. Also, this thing moves too. There's articulation here that swivels. Don't know why you really need this. You have the ball peg here, but it does move left and right for some reason. So there's some, I guess, just some random added articulation because it's Revoltech. You come down to the diaphragm joint here, and that thing moves great. You can move left and right. Not as back so much because of how the sculpt is. So you can't really look back, but he can tuck that thing. Look at that crunch. That's a nice crunch right there. A lot of crunch action there. So that's really good. Pull it back up. Your belt here is a separate piece, and it will not be getting in the way of anything. But to pull that up, you do have some articulation here in the waist, which allows you to spin the waist how you want to, and that also can, you kind of maneuver that how you want to as well. So it's there. You come down, you got your double ball peg here in the legs, and All Might can do the splits. So there you go. Don't have to worry about any issues with the legs there. You do have a thigh swivel here, or thigh cut, I should say. It's not really a true swivel because for some reason Revoltech does these weird swivels here in the leg, so it like swivels at an angle instead of, see how it's cut right here? It swivels at an angle instead of going straight. But it works though. It works. And then come down to the single jointed knee here, but it also gives you, because it's Revoltech, you're going to get better in 90. So that is awesome. He can basically kick his butt. So there you go. One thing I just don't like, I don't like when they do this though. See that, how the knee is like sculpted, and when you bend it, it's, instead of the sculpt going back into the knee, it's just pointing out there. Never been a fan of that, and I wish they would change that design when it comes to. I usually do this for like the bigger guys, like All Might here, and not a big fan of that, but you know, it is what it is. You got yourself a boot cut, so that's cool. Got yourself a boot cut, and that thing, not only does it, you know, swivel left and right, but it does maneuver up and front and back and side to side a little bit. And then you come down to the ankles, which is also on a ball peg too. And then go up. it can go back very far, and you can also pivot it very far this way and that way. So all the motion you need there. And of course, you know you gotta have it. You gotta have it. That toe articulation. Alright guys, so we're going to jump into accessories. The first one up, we're going to take a look at the head sculpts. All Might comes with 4 different head sculpts. The first one being the one out of the package, which is the classic smiling head sculpt, and they killed this one. This one looks great. Here is his second head sculpt. You probably ask yourself, why the heck is he showing me this one again? But this one is different. This one has a sweat mark on the side. I can't really believe they did this. Like, I probably would have had a different head sculpt, but because this one is exactly like the one I just showed you, but with this little teeny sweat mark on the side. Nonetheless, looks good. And here's the third head sculpt, which is a angry face. And if All Might look like this, it is not good for you. But this also looks good. You see all the wrinkles and the wrinkles, the intensity in the face. This looks great. Final head sculpt, which is another angry head sculpt, but there's a little bit of blood coming from the mouth. Once again, I would have probably picked a different type of head sculpt. Maybe a yelling head sculpt would have been nice. But you know, you got these 2 different variations of basically the same head sculpt. With just, you know, I don't know. I would have picked something different, but this one does look good as well. Also, I didn't mention, but he does have different types of eyes. So this one you actually can see a little bit of the white or the blue pupil or whatever that is. So you see he's looking off to the right. And he also has an interchangeable eye gimmick, which I will be showing off in a little bit. But yeah, there is your 4 head sculpts for All Might. Alright, so All Might comes with 6 interchangeable pairs of hands, and also 1 extra left hand. And coming out of the package, this is your first set, which is the fists, and they look great. Here's your open palm stylized hands. They look great. Here's a pair of karate chopping hands. Here's a pair of peace hands, a little bet tootsie action. And here is a pair of pointing fingers. Here's a pair of grabbing hands. Hold them and grab them. And last but not least, it wouldn't be All Might without 1 left thumbs up hand. Okay, next I want to show you guys this little pack of goodies. You see there's 2 interchangeable eyes here. One looking off to the left, one looking off to the right. You have some extra Revoltech ball pegs here, and there's also this one with a little extender piece, and that is for the special effect that I'll be showing you in a second. But let's just look at the eyes. So you have 2 right here, and then the 4 that comes with the inside of the actual head sculpt. So it gives you math 6 different eye directions you can go in, and you also get this little piece right here, which is going to help you pick the eyes out of the head, as weird as that sounds. So here's a head sculpt. Here's one of them right here, and you see right here in the back, just take this piece. Let's see if I can do it on camera, and you try to push it out of the head. I'm trying. Hold on. That thing's in there good. It's in there good. Nope, I'll have to do it off camera. Alright, so literally, first thing I stopped recording actually came out, so that does work. So you can see how that's hollowed out. You can see All Might back in the background there. And I'm going to take one of these pair, and I'm going to try to plug it into the head. Now his eyes are a lot smaller than Deku, so this might be a little bit tougher. I was able to get it. This thing right here is your friend. This is what really helped me get it into the eye socket, because doing it with your hands is just not going to work. Your fingers, or at least my fingers, are too big to kind of, you know, stuff the eyes in there correctly. Just use this to plug it in there, and boom, you would get it. So, you know, it's a little frustrating because his eyes are kind of, you know, a lot smaller than Deku's, but it does work, and it looks good. Once you get your results, you're gonna be happy. All Might also comes with this nice special effect piece, which is like kind of like an air impact. So when he's punching or kicking, and just kind of like the impact of that. So it's separated into 3 pieces, which is, you do it like this, and you can separate this piece as well, or you just plug it up and have one solid piece. So that's cool. There's 3 holes that you can put the ball pegs into to connect to All Might. You also get this little piece right here, which is a ball peg with this little plastic piece connect to. So you plug this piece into the effect piece, and you plug the other piece into All Might. So that's how that works. So let's pull All Might over here, and you have a lot of different options where you can put this at. So I'm going to try to count how many we have. Last time I did this for Deku, I missed a couple holes, so let's try to get it right this time. So you have 2 here on the arms, both sides. There's 2 on the back of the foot, and you have 2 right here. Obviously, you're not going to be using the impact for this, I guess. I mean, I guess if he's thrown to the wall, you could use it here. So there's those. Am I missing any more? I think that's it. I think he only has that many. I could be wrong. But I think that may be it. He doesn't have as many as Deku. So there you have it right there. So let's try this out though. So say All Might's gonna be throwing a punch. You just plug this into his arm like that. And boom, look at that. That looks cool. So yeah, guys, that's how that works. Obviously, you could probably put it the other way as well, but the momentum's going this way, so it makes sense for, you know, the impact, the air impact, to be going that way as well. So that's cool. And like I said, you can break this apart and do some cool stuff. So let's try one more thing. Unplug one of these. Let's use one. And okay, here it is. So put that back in there. Yep, okay. And plug it into the back of the leg here, or the foot, I should say. And like, you can do some cool things, like say he's about to push off and go flying or something. He's about to, like, you know, boom, launch himself. That looks cool. So a lot of cool things you can do with that. And for his final accessory, he comes with a Revoltech stand here. So it comes with 2 arms. One is basically for holding up All Might, which is his thicker one. And it comes with these arms, or you can take it off and just plug the peg into the back. And it also comes with this little skinnier leg, which is for the effect comic book noises. So smash here. So like I say, it comes with these cutouts too. So it has a little piece that you plug into this, and then you put the effect pieces into there, right? That comes with that one, and it comes with another one, a green smash one. So just different options. Little extra, you know, little extra goodies to come with All Might. I like it. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare All Might to different figures from different lines. Here he is compared to Figma Bakuko and Figma Deku. Here's how he stacks up beside the Amazing Yamaguchi Deku. Here he is beside Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi and Marvel Legends Angry Hugh Jackman. Here he is beside Mezco's 1/12 Gambit and Mafek's Hush Batman. Here he is beside SH Figure Arts Ultra Instinct Son Goku and SH Figure Arts Infinity War Mach 50 Iron Man. Overall, the Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech All Might figure is a very, very great figure. It is another solid offering from the Amazing Yamaguchi line. And if you were on the fence and you want to know if this guy was just as good as the Deku figure that came just a month prior, this guy is just up there with them, and he is right there. This is an excellent figure and could be a candidate for one of my favorite figures of the year. I mean, first of all, you're getting so much plastic here, and the fact that they were able to put this much articulation into such a chunky boy is great. So this guy, you can put him in just about any All Might pose that you've seen from the anime, no problem. The accessory count is great. Now there's a couple things that I feel that they could have done better. That's is with the head sculpt. The head sculpt, not saying nothing wrong with the actual sculpt, but there's 4 heads and 2 of them look too similar to the other 2. So I would have loved to have a frowning face or just a yelling face or some kind of different face. Maybe even throw in an extra accessory for the Deku from from the previous release where he has the All Might doing the All Might face. That would have been a cool accessory to put with him. But those are just really just nitpicks. I also feel like his ankles may be a little too loose. Yes, they're big ball pegs down there, so he really doesn't have that much of an issue standing. But he could possibly topple over because of the weight of the figure. The ball pegs and ankles could have been just a little bit stronger to accommodate for all that weight weight of the actual figure. But other than that, man, like I said, accessory count, the aesthetics of the figure, everything is on point, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the definitive All Might. Even if Figma comes around and makes All Might, I have a feeling that it's not going to top this one. This is definitely going to be the one to get. So if you are a My Hero Academia fan, you need to go out and get this guy. He is definitely worth the money for sure. And if you guys want to get this guy right now, he is available at Japanese toy retailers like Amiyami. That's where I got mine from. Or just wait till next month for the American release, where he'll be released on sites like Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. So guys, if you like this figure, definitely smash that like button if you like the review. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more reviews. And please also, I always forget to add this, smash that bell icon so you get notified every time I put up a new review. You don't want to miss it. And yeah, man, All Might is cool. I give him 2 Quantrix thumbs up, and that is going to end this review. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.